So good day everyone. Welcome to our video discussion. So for today, we will discuss about the introduction to industrial security management concept. So in security concept po kasi bago tayo dumako sa iba't ibang topics, we should first know what is the difference between the security and the safety. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see here, we have the security. So saan nga po ba galing ang salitang security? So nanggaling po siya sa Latin word na securitas na kung saan ang ibig sabihin, it is a condition of being secured. So ano po yung condition of being secured? Na kung saan ang pakiramdam mo or yung feeling mo that you are free from any vulnerabilities, you are free from any risk, danger, or threat. So sabi rin po dito, a state where people, institution, authority, or groups feel fully secured feeling, free from any threat or vulnerabilities from somewhere or someone in his or her life, liberty, property, or activity. So kapag po kasi sinabi natin na security, parang you are free from anything. Okay, kung saan kaya mo or malaya kang gawin kung ano yung gusto mo gawin, you are free to go to your school, to go home, for anything. And also, the security, it could be attained in physical, psychological, social, or economical form. So we have here the other definition of security, which is the protection against any type of crime to safeguard life and asset by various methods and devices. So yung paggamit po natin ng barriers, ng CCTV, ng security lighting, those are part of security. Okay, so sabi nga po natin kanina, sa security concept, we should know the difference of security and safety. So we have here the different aspects. So first, we have the definition aspect. So security is the protection against external threat, while safety, it is the protection from internal harm. So, ang example po niya, so sa security, sabi dyan, external threat. Just like for example, yung mga invader, intruder, yung robbers, na kung saan you establish fences to deter them or to delay them. Those robbers or external threats. While safety naman po, internal harm. Just like for example, sa isang school, you have a fire extinguisher. Ang fire extinguisher po kasi is something that will provide safety. So, kung in case of fire, meron po tayong maaasahan, which is the fire extinguisher. Next, we have here the deliberate and unintended. So, security, the protection against deliberate threat, while the safety, the protection against unintended threat. So, sabi ko dyan, deliberate threat. So, ano nga po ba yung mga deliberate threat na yan? Now, for example, yung mga bank robbers, di ba? Pupunta sila sa isang bangko para magnakaw. That is a deliberate with plano or pinagplanuhan nila in order to steal something. So, security po ang kailangan natin when it comes sa mga ganong klase ng situation. While the safety is the protection against unintended threat. Just like yung example po kanina, which is the fire, di ba? Yung mga unintended threats or yung mga accidental na usually mga nangyayari. Just like yung example po, it's yung mga short circuit or yung mga fire accidental happening. And then last po, as to the coverage, security is a major affair that covers a wide range and goes even further to an international aspect, while safety involves the premises of a house, company, and institution. So, sa security po kasi, it has a wider scope compared to safety, na kung saan security will go beyond the physical structure of the building. While si safety naman po, it only focus within the premises of a house, a company, or an institution. And take note po that the primary focus of security is to protect people and property from any vulnerabilities or threat or risk. Okay, next we have here the legal basis of industrial security management. So we have natural authority, constitutional authority, and its statutory authority. So sa natural authority, the highest law is the law of self self-preservation. It became an unwritten law of early Filipinos to protect themselves and their property against natural and man-made hazards. So sa natural authority po, meron sinasabi diyang self-preservation. Ang self-preservation po, it is the protection of oneself from harm or death. Kumbaga, it is an instinct or human instinct sa atin na iligtas yung sarili natin kapag there is something unusual happen. Okay po? Just like for example, kapag may bagyo, and then alam mo or malapit ka sa dagat, diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan pang antayin yung bagyo bago ka umalis doon. That is self-preservation. Kung saan you will naturally react to protect yourself, your family, or your freedom from that natural hazard. The same din po yan sa mga man-made hazards. For example, sa isang riot, nagkakagulo na sa isang bar, mag-stay ka pa ba doon? Okay po, so you will leave that place in order to survive your self. Next, we have here the constitutional authority. So, the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. So, parang it is a constitutional right ng mga tao. Diba nga under ng Article 3, Section 1 that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of the law. That's why every individual na kung saan they will accuse of something na ginawa nila, dadaan muna yun sa due process of law bago siya bigyan ng final judgment. And that is one of the constitutional rights nating mga tao. Next, we have the statutory authority. So it refers to the powers and duties assigned to a government official or agency through a law passed by Congress or a state legislature. Just like for example, yung ating revised penal code na kung saan nandoon yung mga crime against person, personal liberty, security, and property na kung saan meron siyang bearing sa security and protection of one's life, liberty, and property. The same as the Private Security Agency Law or yung ating Republic Act 5487 na kung saan it set standards sa ating mga private security agencies. Okay, next we have here the three major areas of security. So first, we have the physical security. So it is a system of barriers placed between the potential intruder and the thing to be protected. Okay po, so meron po tayong iba't ibang klase ng physical security or barriers na kung saan inilalagay natin or we place that barrier to avoid the access or to prevent access sa ating mga intruders. So it is considered as the broadest type of security, wherein the physical security prevents unauthorized access to equipment, to facilities, to material and documents, and also to safeguard the people against espionage or the information against the espionage, sabotage, damage, and theft. So we have here the objectives. First is to protect the organization's assets, and then the second is to make access so difficult that an intruder will not dare to attempt penetration. Okay po? So next we have here the types of physical security. We have active and passive. So sa active po, yan po yung by using different types of barriers. Like yung mga installation of physical barriers, mga security lighting, use of bolts, yung mga locks, and so on. That is an active. While sa passive naman po, by using psychological approach. Na kung saan, this approach will deter a man from committing such act. Okay po, just like for example, sa mga security education, na kapag sinabi mo doon na, kapag ikaw ay nahuli na ginagawa nito, you will be charged in court, ganito, ganyan. Okay po? Meron din pong iba't ibang klase or iba't ibang strategy sa ating psychological approach sa mga programs, investigation, seminars, and personnel security check. Personal security. It is considered as the most important aspect of security. So why? Kasi nga sa ating personal security, hindi lang yan or hindi lang tao ang binibigyang seguridad yan. binibigyan seguridad din yan yung mga assets or yung mga valuable items that needed to be protected sa mga tao na merong unlawful purpose. Okay, for example, sa isang company or sa isang department store, madaming nawawalang items or mga valuable items. Sa tingin niyo bakit? Okay? It's either due to negligence or merong active participation dun yung staff or yung employee. It's either through theft or sabotage. So yung pangyayaring yun, that emphasizes the need to set up or to formulate a system of hiring the suitable individuals for the company para maiwasan na yung mga ganong klase ng pangyayari. Personal security is a system of policies and procedures which seek to manage the risk of staff. So, hindi lang pala to protect the people, information, and assets ang personal security. It is also a way to reduce or to manage the risk of staff to prevent or to avoid the illegal access or the illegal purpose to an organization or company's assets or premises. Next, we have the purpose of personnel security. First is to ensure that the firm hires those employees best suited for the firm. So, isang purpose po ng ating personal security para masigurado po na yung mga company, installation, or facility na yan tumatanggap or nag-hire ng mga employee or a certain individual which is suited for their company or firm. Okay, baka po kasi mamaya tanggap lang ng tanggap yung ibang company, hindi nila alam na yung certain individual pala na na-hire nila, yun yung magpapabagsak sa kanilang company. Okay, baka po kasi mamaya may mga bad record or mga wanted person or individual pala yung mga na-hire nila na yun. Then, number 2, once hired, to assist in providing the necessary security to this employee while carrying out their function. So, kapag natanggap na po yung certain individual na yun, okay, isa din po obligation ng company to provide the necessary security habang nagtatrabaho po yung kanilang kumpanya. And then if na-hire nyo na po, isa din sa ginagawa ng company to attest that certain person or individual in the performance of his duty dahil part pa din po yun ng ating personnel security. Next, number 3, employ reliable people. Siyempre, hindi naman din tayo mag-hire ng mga unreliable. So, employ reliable ay mapagkakatiwalaan natin. Next, number 4, minimize the chance of staff becoming unreliable once they have been employed. Okay? So, siguro ito, magkakaroon to na sa company and employee or sa employer and employee relationship. So, para po hindi maging unreliable the employee, kailangan maging reliable din po sa employer and then same po or vice versa. Next, detect suspicious behavior and resolve security concerns once they emerge. So, para po hindi na lumala yung mga problema o yung mga issues within the field of work or sa company, kailangan once na nagkaroon po ng problema, isolve na po yun agad-agad. Next, we have the key functions of personnel security. First, it serves as a screening device in hiring suitable employees. Sabi nga natin kanina, if you would automatically hire the certain person at hindi ka nag-conduct ng personal security, may possibility na yung tao yun is yung maging dahilan ng pagbagsak na company mo. Next, number 2, it provides background investigation services of both potential and present employees for possible assignment to sensitive position. So, even though empleyado mo na siya, kailangan mo pa din mag-conduct ng personal security, lalong-lalo na kung yung certain individual na yun or yung employee mo na yun is mapopromote or mapupunta sa mas sensitive position. Next, it handles investigation of employees suspected of wrongdoing. So, bago ako mapatawan o matabihan ng kung ano-ano, kailangan mag-conduct muna ng personal security para mapatunayan kung ikaw nga ba yung may gawa ng certain things na yan. Next, it develops security awareness among employees. Okay? Para din alam ng ibang empleyado or mas lumawak yung kanilang kaalaman about sa kanilang trabaho and then para din malaman nila yung iba't ibang klase ng do's and don'ts. Next, it attempts to ensure the protection of employees from discriminatory hiring or terminating procedures, as well as unfounded allegations or illegal or unethical activity and conduct. So, isa din ang personal security sa nagbibigay ng protection sa employee. Okay, so before din silang ma-terminate, kailangan magkakandak ka pa din ng personnel security. And then kapag may mga diskriminasyon na nangyayari, personal security pa din dyan. And then pati yung mga walang basis or mga walang batayan na mga talatang or illegal activity na ginagawa nila is magkakandak ka pa din doon ng personal security para mapatunayan. And then next, we have here the document and information security. So this involves the protection of documents and classified papers from law, accessed by an authorized person, damage, theft, and compromise through disclosure. Classified documents need special handling. Lack of indoctrination and in orientation among the personnel handling them can result in the leakage, loss, theft, and unauthorized disclosure of the document. So dito po sa document and information security, ang binibigyan nating proteksyon at seguridad is yung ating mga documents or yung mga papers. Okay? O pwede to yung ating mga personal information, yung ating mga iba't ibang klaseng documents like the titulo ng lupa or iba't ibang klase ng documents that needs privacy. So in protection or in protecting of our documented information po kasi we need a special handling. Okay? For example po sa mga workplace, in order for you to secure your documented information, for example, ang gamit mo is yung laptop or PC. Syempre, you will always log off your PC when you leave your office. Diba? And then another one is you will store your confidential information in a safe place. You will keep your office lock or your yung mga safe or yung mga cabinets mo when you are not present. Okay po? Do not also leave your things unattended. And then do not let unauthorized people to use your PC or your laptop kung doon nakastore yung document and information na pinoprotektahan mo. And then do not give out information or confidential information without confirming the person asking for it is authorized to have access to it. Okay, and then another example po when it comes sa cybersecurity to avoid the loss or to avoid disclosure of your document and information. For example, you will install a firewall and then you will keep your system updated. Kung saan you will also install an antivirus sa iyong software. And then you will use a password with special characters. And then that's how we protect our document and information. Next, we have here the lines of physical defense. We have the first line of defense, which is the perimeter barriers like fences. The second line of defense, which is the doors, floors, windows, walls, doors, and etc. And then we have here also the third line of defense, which is the storage system, like the cabinet, safe, vault, and interior files. So ito pong iba't ibang klase ng physical defense na to. Ito po yung pwede nating gamitin panglaban para hindi po agad ma-access or ma-compromise ng isang intruder or ng invader yung mga bagay na pinoprotektahan natin. Okay, and the next po, para mas maintindihan nating maayos yung ating mga lines of physical defense, meron po tayo dito iba't ibang klase na images. So we have the first line, second line, and third line. So sa first line po, as you can see, it is the fence. Yan po dapat yung unang ma-encounter ni intruder in order or bago siya makapasok sa bahay. Okay po, so kung si intruder, okay, magaling, napasok niya yung first line of defense, meron tayong second line. Ang mga second line of defense po natin, yan po yung mga bintana, mga pinto, yung roofs, yung ating bubong. Okay? So, kung nakalak po yung itong mga ating second line of defense, mahihirapan po si intruder na mapasok yung ating bahay. So, kung sabihin na natin si intruder, napasok niya or nalagpasan niya yung second line of defense. Okay? For example, hindi nakalak, merong sirang bintana, or hindi masyadong secured yung ating mga second line of defense, meron pa din po tayong third line of defense, which is yung ating mga safe vaults or cabinets. Na kung saan kapag po nakalock yung ating mga third line of defenses, just like yung mga cabinets natin, yung mga vaults natin, mahihirapan pa din po si intruder na makompromise or makuha kung ano man yung gusto niyang makuha. Okay po? Okay, and next we have here the barrier. So basically, the meaning of the barrier, this refers to any physical structure, whether natural or man-made, capable of restricting, deterring, delaying, or preventing illegal and unauthorized access to an installation. So ito pong barrier na to, ito po yung ginagamit natin, whether it is a natural or man-made, na pangharang sa mga intruders para hindi agad nila ma-compromise or ma-access yung mga bagay na pinoprotektahan natin is either asset or information or document. So, ang purpose po ni barrier is to restrict, to deter, or delay, or prevent illegal and unauthorized access so an installation or building. Okay, and then next po, we have here the different types of barriers. So, first, we have a human barrier, a person's being used in providing, guarding a system or by a nature of their employment and location, fulfill security functions. So, kapag po ba sinabing human tao, yes po, tao po yan. Sila po yung ating mga security guard or employees of an establishment na kung saan nagbibigay ng serbisyo in order to secure us or yung mga bagay or yung mga items or assets na which is kasama sa duty nila to be protected. So, example po niyan yung ating mga security guard. Just like po sa ating school, di ba? So, bago ka makapasok sa school, dadaan ka muna sa ating security guard na kung saan i-check muna yung mga items for yung gamit mo kung meron ka bang dalang contrabands or para ma-secure na wala kang dalang mga illegal items. And then, para din malaman kung ikaw ba talaga ay nag-aaral sa isang eskwelahan, they need to check your identification card. And the next po, we have the animal barrier. Animals that are used in partially providing a guarding system. So, kung sa human barrier, tao po yung ginagamit natin in order para magkaroon ng pangharang sa mga tao nagkakaroon or may gustong gawing masama sa ating establishment. Dito naman po, sa animal barrier, mga hayop. Pwedeng aso, pwedeng gansa, or turkey. Just like po sa aso, di ba, kapag tumahal sila, usually may tao. So, magbibigay yon ng notice or ng sign na merong tao doon sa isang area. Just like, kagaya din po niyan sa geese or sa turkey na kung saan kapag maingay yung mga yan, ibig sabihin, merong unusual na nangyayari. Okay po? And the next, we have a natural barrier. So, geographical features like rivers, cliff, canyons, or other terrain that is difficult to traverse. Na kung saan ito pong natural barrier, hindi po ito gawa ng tao. Likas po na nandoon na yung barrier na yon or yung pangharang na yon. Okay po, just like pagandang example po dito is yung Alcatraz Prison. Na kung saan ang Alcatraz Prison po matatagpuan sa gitna ng dagat or ng ocean. Na kung saan bago ka makatakas sa Alcatraz Prison na yon or bago ka makapunta sa Alcatraz Prison, kailangan mo munang malagpasan yung katubigan or yung natural barrier para mapasok mo yun. Okay, and then another example po ng natural barrier. For example, yung bahay mo or yung bahay mo nasa gitna ng dagat. So maglalagay ka ba ng fences or ng mga barrier? So hindi na. Okay, magiging barrier mo na is yung dagat, which is serve as a natural barrier. Okay, next po, we have the energy barrier. So it is the employment of mechanical, electrical, electronic energy that imposes a deterrence to an unlawful entry by any intruder or those that provide warning to guard personnel. So ang energy barrier po na ito, pwede po itong mga security lighting, mga protective lighting, yung mga alarm system po natin na nagbibigay ng signs or ng notices sa ating mga guard personnel kapag there is something happening. Okay po. Sabi din dito, employment of mechanical or electrical or electronic energy na kung saan nagbibigay yun ng deterrent sa mga intruder. Just like for example po, yung mga lighting natin, yung mga security lighting natin. Once po na maliwanag sa isang area, hindi na po maglalakas loob na yung isang intruder na pasukin. Since maliwanag na po siya. Di ba po? Unlike po sa mga madidilim or sa mga madidilim na area na kung saan vulnerable po yun na pasukin ng mga intruder. Okay, next we have the structural barrier. So these pictures or these are features constructed by man regardless of their original intent that tend to delay the intruder. So ito pong structural barrier, gawa na po ito ng tao. So pwede po ito mga walls, mga bintana, mga pinto, mga roadblocks na kung saan that will serve as a deterrent to unauthorized entry. Just like po yung ating mga bahay, di ba po meron tayong mga bakod, bintana, meron po tayong pinto na kung saan para hindi agad magkaroon ng access or para maiwasan yung disclosure or compromise ng ating mga information or documents or yung mga assets na pinoprotektahan natin, meron po tayong ganitong klase ng barriers. And then next, we have here the types of perimeter barrier opening. So we have the gates and doors, sidewalk and elevator, utilities, opening, and clear zone. So una po itong gates and doors. So when not in active use and controlled by guard, gates and doors in the perimeter should be locked and frequently inspected by guard. Lock should be changed from time to time. Ito po kasing gates and doors na to, that will serve as our lines of defense. Diba nga? So bago magkaroon ng access intruder sa isang specific installation, kailangan malagpasan muna niya yan. Okay, the gates and doors. So kung si gates and doors hindi nakalock, dapat meron niyang security guard na nag-i-inspect. Okay po? So kung if ever naman na nakalock siya, it should be changed from time to time. Okay, next we have here naman the sidewalk elevator. So these provide access to areas within the perimeter barrier and should be locked or guarded. So ito pong sidewalk elevator, usually po ito ay sa mga malalaking building. Now for example, mag-aakyat sila ng mga goods or mga product. So instead na dumaan sila sa pinaka mismong elevator na ginagamit ng mga clients or customers ng mga taong pumupunta sa mall, kailangan yung pagdadala nila or pag-aakyat nila ng goods or product sa isang specific establishment, itidadaan nila yun sa sidewalk elevator. Okay po? Next, we have here the utilities opening. So ito po yung mga sewers, air tanks, and exhaust channels. Sa mga sewers po nito na usually sa daan kapag nakakakita tayo na parang pag may natapakan tayong metal o mga pabilobo, yung mga air tanks na yan, yung mga exhaust channels, na usually sa kitchen or sa CR natin matatagpuan. Na dapat ito pong mga sewers, air tanks, and exhaust channels na to, dapat meron po silang metal grill. Kasi po baka pwedeng or merong instances na baka yun yung gawing point of entry ng mga intruder para sa isang illegal purpose. So to prevent its use for unauthorized entry, metal grills must be provided. And then next, we have here the clear zone. So, ang keyword po natin dito is the unobstructed area. It should be maintained on both sides of the perimeter barrier. So, a clear zone of 20 feet or more is desirable between the barriers and the exterior structures and natural covers that may provide concealment for assistance to a person seeking unauthorized entry. Okay, so para po mas maintindihan natin ang maayos yung clear zone. So as you can see po dito sa image, merong gate or that is the fence head. And then, kailangan po yung space or yung unobstructed area or yung clear zone niya between the fences, between the fence and the structure, the installation, it should be 20 feet. Okay po? Ang purpose po kasi ni clear zone, diba? Para makita mo agad kung mayroong tao na nagbabalak or may mga unauthorized entry. So, as a clear zone niya siya, okay, walang kahit unobstructed area, makikita mo na agad siya. Okay po? Okay, so now we have the additional protective measures. So first, we have the top guard. So it is an additional overhang or barbed wire placed on vertical perimeter fences facing upward and outward with a 45-degree angle with respect to the fence, with 3 to 4 strands of barbed wires spaced 6 inches apart and not being installed on the supporting arms. So as you can see po dito sa image, di ba, meron po tayong lining na kulay yellow. So yan na po yung fences natin. So kung si intruder magaling at nakalusot siya dyan sa fences natin na yan, what more kung dagdagan natin siya ng additional protective measures. So yung nakabox po na block na yan, that is our top guard. Diba, medyo nakabaluktot po siya or naka 45-degree angle na kung saan yung spaces po ng mga barbed wires na yan must be 6 inches apart. Okay po? So para mas mahirapan si intruder na pumasok sa isang installation, okay, pwede natin siyang dagdagan ng ating top guard. And then next po sa ating additional protective measures, we have the guard stations or guard control stations. So this is normally provided at the main perimeter entrance to secure areas located outdoors and manned by a guard on a full-time basis. Usually, itong pong mga guard control stations na to, meron to sa malls, sa schools, iba't ibang klase ng installation na kung saan ang purpose nito is to secure the areas located outside. Okay po, yung which is hindi na covered ng mga security guards natin inside of a specific installation. Okay, and then the other one is a tower or guard tower. So it is a house-like structure above the perimeter barrier. So as you can see po sa image, okay, usually yung mga ganitong klase ng tower or guard tower sa kulungan. Okay po? Na kung saan dapat si guard tower mas mataas siya sa perimeter barrier. Na kung saan yung guard tower na yan, meron diyang specific guard which or it is manned by a guard na kung saan siya yung mag-secure or magmo-monitor ng isang area or ng buong area. And then last po sa ating topic, which is the sign and notice or the control signs. So ito pong mga control signs na to or mga signs and notices po na ito, dapat po ang ilalagay ito sa mga point of entry na kung saan makikita agad ng mga tao or mababasa agad nila. Kasi once na naglagay ka ng control sign sa gilid, di ba? Or hindi naman agad-agad makikita ng tao yan. So parang wala lang ding silbi yung notice or yung control signs na inilagay mo. Okay, and then kailangan yung signs na ilalagay mo readable and understandable ng tao. So kung ang isang tao naman hindi marunong magbasa, meron ding mga symbol given or symbol designated sa mga iba't ibang klase ng signs and notices.
Okay, so let's discuss the security lighting. So security lighting, pag sinabi natin security lighting, protective lighting provides a means of continuing during hours of darkness, a degree of protection that is maintained during daylight hours. This safeguard also has considerable value as a deterrent to thieves and vandals and make the job of the saboteur more difficult. So, kailangan ba natin ang security lighting? Of course. Sabi nga nila, it is to detect, so para mapigilan natin yung crimes that would be thieves. So, lalo na yung mga magnanakaw, mga akyat bahay kang sa ating mga bahay. So, we need to install a security lighting for our own protection. So, hindi lang po sa ating mga bahay, kundi sa ating mga facilities, installations, facilities. Okay, so that is the security lighting. Okay, so types of protective lighting. So, we have here, letter A, we have our stationary or luminary or continuous lighting. So this is a common type consisting of a series of fixed luminaries to continuously light a given area. So types of stationary lighting. So pag sinabi natin stationary lighting, ibig sabihin nakapix lang po siya. Like for example, yung mga sa ating mga street lights, di ba? So stationary luminary yun kasi nakapix lang siya but it gives lights to a given area or sa ating mga extend illumination area. So, under stationary and luminary, so we have glare projection types and controlled lighting. Sa glare projection type, it is effective. Why? Because na kahit na the guard, for example, sa ating mga subdivisions, sa ating mga bahay, for example, yung guard is kahit nasa comparative darkness siya, for example, kahit nasa guard control station siya, and then, kapag yung intruder, may nakapasok na intruder sa iyong mga bahay, so it give the, it gives a light to the intruder na papasok. Kasi pag sinabi natin glare, projections, or glare, ibig sabihin kasi, masakit kasi ito sa mata eh. It focus on the intruder. For example, kapag natitigan mo yung ilaw na to, sobrang sakit sa mata. So, kapag masakit to sa mata, and then sobrang liwanag kasi, di ba, kapag masakit yung ilaw, or yung ilaw is napakaliwanag, sobrang sakit sa mata. So, yun, that is the glare projection type. So, it focus on the intruder kapag, for example, may ibang taong nakapasok sa inyong bahay. So, yung light na yun is nakapokus lang sa intruder. And then the controlled lighting. So, the lighting is focused on the file of item protected rather than the background. So, example neto is yung mga nasa museum natin. Di ba? Napakaraming important things na meron doon sa ating na nasa museum. So, ano ba yung pinaka-focus on the light? O, syempre, sa file of items mismo sa mga mahalagang gamit doon. Okay, that's sa controlled lighting. So, sa controlled lighting, so, pwede mo na siyang i-adjust to suit the security needs ko. Kung gusto mong medyo dim light lang, or medyo maliwanag, or medyo sakto lang, so, it's up to you. Okay? So, sa standby lighting, so this system is similar to continuous lighting, but it is turned on manually or by special device or other automatic means only when the use is necessary. So, sa standby lighting, so, like, same with the stationary na naka-fix lang ka, di ba? So, standby lighting, so parang ito yung nasa bahay natin or sa kwarto, sa salas that you need to turn on and turn off manually. Okay? Kapag kailangan mo, you turn on. Kapag hindi mo kailangan, you turn it off. Okay? That's the standby lighting. So, movable lighting, this consists of stationary or portable manually operated searchlight. So, sa movable, ito po yung gumagalaw talaga yung lights na. Kung nakikita nyo sa mga TV or pelikula, yung mga lights doon sa kulungan, searchlight, na talagang umaano siya, umiikot siya or umaandar siya. It's movable, di ba? So, ayan. So, lalo na sa mga comparative darkness, sa mga madidilim na lugar. So, pwede po niyang i-focus doon. After nun, lipat ulit siya, lipat ulit yung light. So, that is the movable lighting. So, sa emergency lighting, this type may be duplicated of existing system. This is a standby, which can be utilized in the event of electronic failure. So, ano ba to? Ang mga ginagamit natin kapag nagkaroon ng brownout or blackout. So, ginagamit natin ang mga emergency lighting. Like, for example, the flashlight, ilaw ng cellphone mo, or any emergency light na pwede mong magamit. Okay? So, sa types of lighting equipment, so we have our floodlights, street light, searchlights, and the Fresnel lights. So, sa floodlights, this can be used to accommodate most outdoor security lighting needs, including the illumination of boundaries. So, kung nakikita natin, kapag nakaka-attend tayo ng mga sports sa labas, like for example, the soccer, ganyan, or yung mga pang-sports na talagang pang-field, ayan, so di ginagamit ang floodlights to extend the illuminations para mas masinagan lahat no ilaw sa area na po na yun. So, pang labasan, okay, the floodlights. Ito yung sa mga malalaking ilaw. So, sa street lights, diba? Sa street light natin, sa mga pang madiliman na area sa ating mga barangay or area or na talagang sobrang dilim. So, you need to use the street lights to reduce the crime itself. So searchlight, so like what I said, para siyang sinabi ko kanina, di ba, sa searchlight, ito yung sa searchlight kanina, di ba? Like for the movable, di ba? Yan yung ginagamit, searchlights. So to pinpoint potential trouble, spot. So ito yung mga ginagamit sa kulungan. So flashing light, so kung nakikita natin kung sino umaten ng train night kagabi, so kung nakikita natin, so meron tayong flash night doon, yung napakasinag na ilaw na ang sakit sa mata. Yung meron siyang 6 or 4 na bilog, that's the freshness lights. Ito din po yung mga ginagamit for photoshoot, ganyan. Or yan, gusto mo ng photoshoot, gusto mo magpa-pictures ng bonggang-bongga. So, ginagamitan ng freshness lights yung ating photoshoot. So, pangmalayuan din po to, kagaya ng flood lights. Okay? So, but the freshness lights ko, so it, umiikot siya for 180 degrees like the floodlights na talagang naka-standby lang. Okay? Pero, they are both used for extend illumination sa mga labas. Okay? General types of lighting sources, we have incandescent lamp. So, this is the least expensive. Ito yung mga ginagamit natin, di ba, na pwede natin i-switch on and off. Pwede siyang white or pwede siyang yung dilaw yung ilaw or pwedeng white lang or pwedeng dim light lang. So, ayan, least expensive kasi mabibili mo lang siya ng 35 pesos, 40 pesos, or 45 pesos, ganyan. It depends on the, may tinatawag sila eh. Basta yung, yung sa ilaw, mga not RAM, basta ganun. Watts pala, watts. 40 watts, 80 watts, 100 watts. So, it depends on the lamp or lights na pwede mong ilagay sa bahay mo. So, mercury vapor lamp, it is considered as the most efficient that incandescent and used widespread in exterior lighting. So, ito po yung lamp na ginagamit sa ating mga street lights. Okay? Parang exterior lighting din po siya. Or, ito yung mga ginagamit for yung sa mga floodlights, ganyan. Mga freshness lights. Pwede rin siya sa mga exterior lighting, sa panglabas. So metal halide, so it has a similar physical appearance to mercury vapor lamp, but provides a light source of higher luminous efficiency and better color conditions. Ito yung sobrang liwanag na lamp or lights. Fluorescent, of course, nakakita na kayo ng fluorescent. Ito yung mahaba na light or lamp na ginagamit natin, but naka-standby lang siya eh. It focuses on the area lang na natapatan ng fluorescent. Okay? Sa high pressure sodium before, so ito naman din yung for exterior lighting like the parking areas, roadways, buildings. So anong color niya? Golden white to light pink color. Okay, so protective alarm. So protective alarm, so another safeguard used to assist security to complement, if not to supplement physical security as an array of alarms. We need protective alarm. Yes, so kapag kailangan natin ng security lighting, of course, we need also a protective alarms. May security lighting na tayo, di ba? So may mga ilaw nga tayo sa iba't ibang parte ng bahay natin na madilim. Pero kapag nakapasok na yung intruder, yes, nasinagan lang siya ng ilaw. Kapag nasinagan, may mga next na gagawin kung wala namang CCTV, wala namang alarm. Mga alarms na nag-detect kung talagang may intruder nang nakapasok. So, we need a protective alarm. So, alarms, it is an oral or visual signal given by the annunciator to security when intruder activates device in a protected area. So, mayroon tayong iba't ibang klase ng alarm. So, we discuss that later. So, etymology of alarm. So, all French alarm may meaning to the arms and to the weapons. So, telling all our armed men to pick up their weapons and get ready for the action. So, ito po yung ginagamit dati, di ba? So, parang pinaka-alarm lang nila dati is parang putok lang ng baril, di ba? So, kapag nagputok na ng baril, gano'n, alarm na yun. Or the, ano tawag dito? Yung parang bell or lata, ganyan. So, yun yung mga ginagamit dati. 3 basic parts of alarm system, of course, the sensor or trigger device, transmission line, and the annunciator. So, bakit kailan ginagamit? Not kailan. So, magagamit pa natin yung alarm without without the sensor? Of course not. Without the transmission line? Of course not. Without the initiator? Of course. Kasi hindi po gagana yung alarm system without the three basic parts. So, sensor, sila po yung nakaka-detect ng motions, yung paggalaw, konting tunog lang, konting vibration. So, kapag nakarinig yan, nakadetect, so ito na po yung transmission line. So, siya na po yung magta-transmit ng message to the signaling apparatus. Ito yung pinaka-wire po niya, wire. So, the initiator, so after the transmission line, merong wire, and then it activates the alarm na po. Paano kapag naputol yung alarm? Ay, yung transmission line ng alarm, of course, hindi po yan tutunog. Hindi po yan mag-annunciator, hindi yan mag-activate yung alarm. Okay? So, type of alarm, we have a metallic foil or wire. Of course, ito po yung mga ginagamit natin. Pwede sa pintuan, pag-open mo ng pintuan, ganyan. And then, kapag mayroong metallic foil, nadapa ka or nasagi mo, tutunog na po yung alarm. Sa window, kapag pumasok doon yung intruder, hindi nila alam na may metallic foil or wire doon. Kasi ito, napakanipis lang po nito. So, mag-a-alarm na po ito. Photoelectric or electric IC device, ito kapag nakipag eye-to-eye contact ka sa beam ng photoelectric device, lalo na kapag hindi naka-register yung mata mo doon, ito po ay mag-a-alarm. So, audio detection device, ito po is a super sensitive microphone speaker sensor installed in walls, pwede sa walls, ceilings, and door, na kapag nakadetect siya ng konting sound lang caused by attempted force of entry, so mag-a-alarm na po siya. And likewise, the vibration, kapag nakadetect siya ng vibration caused by attempted force entry, mag-a-alarm na po agad yan. Okay, so space and motion detectors, so also known as the Doppler effect. Paano tong Doppler effect na to? So makakadetect siya ng motions or frequency and wave motions cause to alarm to trigger. Paano yun? Kapag, like for example, si Doppler effect, yung tao nakatayo sa highways. So kapag may papalapit na ambulansya, okay, sa kanya, di ba, napakalakas ng tunog. And then, kapag nakalagpas na yung ambulansya, papalayo yung ambulansya, papalayo yung tunog. That is the Doppler effect. Kapag may nakadetect siya ng yabag ng paa mo, papalapit, so madidetect na niya yan, so magti-trigger yung alarm. And then kapag napapalayo yung yapak, so doon na po, hindi na po niya madidetect yung alarm. So, it depends on the frequency and wave motions nung yapak or nung kahit anong sound na marinig niya, di ba? That trigger the alarm. Foot rail activator. So, foot rail bill traps activation device, ito po yung mga ginagamit sa bangko. Sa foot rail activator, na kahit na nakaupo yung teller, so, it is attached in the floor kasi So, kapag kunyari, for example, meron nangyaring robbery, and then lumapit sa'yo yung robber man, di ba? So, sabi sa'yo, hold that to, and then bigla ka natarantay, hindi mo na alam gagawin mo. So, pindutin mo lang sa floor yung foot rail activator. So, mag-a-alarm na po yan. Using the teller's foot. Apakan mo lang to activate the alarm. Sa bill traps activation device, ito po yung mga nilalagay sa mga cash drawer ng isang tellers. Na kahit na wala yung teller doon, and then kapag may robbery man, kinuha niya yung mga pera sa cash drawer, mag-a-alarm na po ng kusa yung buong bangko because of the bill traps activation device. Likewise, the knee or tie button, put button, and double squeeze button, same na ginagamit po sa bangko ng teller to activate the alarm. Okay, sa knee or tie, of course, using the knee and tie, you need to gamitin, tuhudin yung yung alarm, okay, sa ilalim po to ng lamesa ng tellers. Sa put button, so, like the put rail activations, activators, you need to apakan, okay? Double squeeze button naman, so hindi po gagana yung isa kapag hindi mo sila pinipindot pareha. So, it is, therefore, the probability of accidental alarm is reduced, na babawasan kasi you need to pressure it both side. Okay? Types of alarm detection devices. So, sa local alarm system, so ito po, yung which in turn activates a horn or siren or even flashing light located in the immediate vicinity of the alarm area. Like for example, yung guard natin nasa entrance and then nagkaroon ng sunugan sa immediate vicinity of the area. So, makaka-responde siya agad kasi nga, pwede niya nang pindutin agad yung alarm kasi malapit sa sarap pinangyarihan ng krimen. Or andun po siya, merong mga taong andun. Okay? So, like the local alarm by chance system with the word by chance, so, the hope is that if yung chismosang kapitbahay mo napadaan or may nakakita, ganyan, sa sobrang katislisan, o may nasusunog na pa ng bahay, ayan, tas walang mga tao, or yung mga tao is natutulog talaga, sobrang himbing ng tulog, ganyan. So, kapag wala pang nakakita, hindi pa mag-activate yung alarm or hindi pa siya makakaresponde agad ng tulong. Like the local alarm system, kapag na-alarm na to, pwede na siya agad makatawag. And then, it directs din immediately kapag kunyari may nangyaring sunog, mag-a-alarm na yan, or may nangyaring pagnanakaw, mag-a-alarm na yan. Proprietary system. So, sa proprietary system, it is its own operated and located in the same facility. Sa proprietary system, ikaw yung nag-ooperate, sa'yo yung alarm system na yon, sa'yo yung same facility yon, nakalocate sa same facility. So, kapag may nangyari riot, sunog, robbery, man yan, nakapasok yung intruder, so makakahingi siya agad ng tulong kasi ikaw mismo yung nagmo-monitor. Okay? Meron kang isang room sa school na kung saan you monitor the entire building na kung may nangyayari mang sunog dito, ganyan. Like the central station system na nasa labas po yung installation nito. Hindi ka agad makakahingi ng tulong but marami pang process Merong 3 kasi yan. So of course, for example, sa Mega. So sa Mega, ayan, so wala silang sariling proprietary system or alarm system. Sa central station system nila, nakalagay pa dun sa may Freedom. So kapag may nangyaring sunog doon, so itatransmit pa nila, itatawag pa nila sa central station system para makahingi ng tulong. So when an alarm is sounded, the central station notifies police or any other concerned agencies. Okay? Auxiliary alarm system. So inagamitan lang to ng mga leased telephone line. So it has the high incidence of false alarm have made this system unpopular kasi yung mga leased telephone lines na to, ito na yung mga nirerentahan. Nirerentahan na mga leased telephone lines na nakadirect na siya sa police stations or sa BFP na kung saan na kapag nangyari na kunyari na wrong call ka sa police stations or mali, ganun. Okay, so may false alarm na nangyari. Sa dial alarm system, so you need to set to dial a predestined number. Like for example, 911, ano pa, 87,000, Jollibee delivery, na joke lang. So yung mga ganong number, okay, so makakatawag agad. When the phone is answered, a recording states that an instruction is in progress at the location. So, alarm. Okay? So, back to the topic, meron tayong fire alarm. Sa fire alarm system, so, saan mo ginagamit ang ating mga fire alarm? Ito po yung mga ginagamit to detect fires or to detect anything that causes fire such as smoke or unusual rising or temperatures. Kapag nakadetect na siya ng kahit konting smoke lang, konting sunog, ganyan, so mag-a-alarm na po yun. So may iba't iba po kasi tayo ng fire alarm system. So parts of fire alarm system, fire alarm control panel. Ito yung it monitors inputs and system integrity, controls outputs and relays information. So importante yung fire alarm control unit to detect talaga to monitor the output and the input of the fire alarm system. Ayan. So primary power supply, ito yung ginagamit sa ating mga bahay na meron tayong 120 or 240 volt na yan. So ito yung pinaka main switch natin sa ating bahay. So sa secondary power supplies, ito like for example yung mga generators, ayan kapag nawala yung primary power supply natin or nawala ng kuryente. Initiating device, ano ba yung mga example ng initiating device? The detectors, duct detectors, smoke detectors, ganyan po. So, fire alarm notification appliance, ito yung mga may mga horn, siren, bell, speaker. Ang tawag po doon is fire alarm notification appliance. So, building safety interfaces, ito po yung to control the spread out of the smoke or fire sa isang building. Okay? Ino-control niya po yun para hindi masyadong dumami yung apoy or usok. Types of fire alarm protection system, automatic sprinkler system. So, yan, nakakita na tayo sa school, di ba? Na kapag nakadetect ng konting usok lang yan or sunog, so maglalabas na po yan ng water. Sa taas po yan nilalagay sa ceiling. Okay? Fire pumps, ito yung ginagamit natin sa mga bukirin natin, di ba? Yung naglalabas ng tubig. Saan? Yan. Sa river, sa lake, or stream. So, yan, ginagamit natin na patubig sa ating mga kabukiran. Standpipes, ito yung mga nakalagay sa ating mga building na kung saan sa mga pader. Ayan, standpipes yan. Pwede kang maglabas ng tubig dyan if ever na wala kang makuha na ng water. Diba? Ito lang, maglalagay ka lang ng hose o open mo lang, iikot mo lang yung standpipes, ilagay mo yung hose, then maglalabas siya ng water. Fire hydrants, ito yung mga ginagamit sa Manila, sa mga highways natin, di ba? Like for example, yung mga nakatayo doon na akala mo parang wala lang kwenta pero naglalabas po ng tubig yun in case na maubusan ng water yung mga bumbero. Of course, fire extinguisher, nakakita na tayo ng fire extinguisher. Diba? Ito po yung mga nakalagay dyan sa ating mga hallways, sa ating mga kwarto, ganyan. Dito sa crime lab, ganyan. So, alarm system, of course, some detectors are designed to respond to smoke and others to hit. Locks and keys. So, sa locks and keys, we need locks and keys, of course, for our own protection. Also, lahat po to is our own protection. So, for alarm, ayan, saan pa ba? Sa security lighting, ayan. So, lock, of course, a mechanical, electrical, so, or electronic device to prevent entry into a building. So, kapag yung lock, nakasarado, gamitan mo na susi, key, instrument used for locking and unlocking. And then, kapag hindi mo naman kailangan, of course, the lock, pwede mo na siya ina, of course, pwede mo isarado. Padlock po yung ginagamit kapag gusto mo ng mga protections, okay? Sa portable and detachable lock, having a sliding humps, yan, yung po mga ginagamit, padlock. It is the common lock na ginagamit natin, di ba? The padlock. Peterman, an English term used to describe a lock picker. Types of lock, we have a warded lock, the tumbler locks, and lever lock. Warded lock, ito po yung kapag gusto mo lang ng mga privacy, yan, small privacy, gamit lang ng warded lock. Pero madali po to masira, gamitan mo lang ng alambre or hairpin, bubukas na to. This tumbler lock, ito po yung mga ginagamit sa mga kotse. Madaling open, yes, lalo na kapag yung naka-open yung bitana or gamitan mo lang din ng alambre or hairpin, magbubukas na po to. Another example of this tumbler lock is yung mga ginagamit natin sa mga ating Durabox na madaling masira. That is this tumbler lock. Lever lock, ito yung mga ginagamit sa crime lab. Ayan, this lever lock ang tawag dyan, mahirap pong buksan. Okay, kasi both side sa labas at sa loob, meron po siyang double na. Okay? Or double na hawakan. Okay, rather. Combination lock, ito yung mga ginagamit natin na combination lock, yung meron pang sa gilid ng padlock, ganyan, combination lock yon. Code-operated locks, of course. Hindi na ginagamitan ng susi, of course. Not the combination lock, hindi na rin. Dial mo lang for dials. Code-operated locks, ito yung ginagamitan ng mga numbers. Electromagnetic locks, ito yung mga nasa taas ng door natin. Nilalagay ng electromagnetic lock or yung mga ginagamit natin pagpasok, entrance or exit sa ating mga mall. Electromagnetic locks ang tawag. Card-operated locks, kapag itatap mo lang yung card mo and then mag-o-open na yan yung ginagamit sa Sogo o sa mga hotels. Card-operated locks. Types of keys, change key, submaster key, master key, and grandmaster key. Change key, of course, kapag kailangan mo lang ng duplicate, sa isang kwarto lang ang pwede niya ma-open or isang room lang. Submaster key kapag pwede niya ma-open yung particular area. For example, sa hotel, kapag lahat lang sa first floor, lahat lang na first floor. Second floor, lahat lang ng second floor. So, hindi niya pwede niya open yung Second floor, first floor lang, particular area. Master key, pwede niyang i-open yung series of locks. Grandmaster key, everything in a system, pwede niyang i-open. For example, card operated locks yung ginamit, hindi ma-open, pwede niyang i-open ng grandmaster key, gamit ang computer lang, ganon. Okay, key control, key cabinets, we need the key cabinets. So nakikita natin sa exit ng ating mga security guard na mayroon po silang key cabinet doon, lalagyan ng susi. Lahat po ng susi ng department natin or lahat ng rooms to sa school, doon po nakalagay. Key records, you need the key records to check kung sinong kumuha nung araw na yon, the time and date, at sino yung nagbalik nung araw na yon, time and date. Inventory, so kailangan nilang bilangin lahat ng inventories, lahat ng mga duplicates and original keys, ganyan, kung saan ba na-issued yan. Of course, meron ba yan sa CCG department na sinong nakakuha, ganyan. Audits, you need to audit because kailangan mo bilangin kung ano yung nawala, kung ano yung ulam, ganyan. So, that is the audit. And then, daily reports natin, kailangan yan to check all the daily reports kung sino hindi nakapagbalik, kung sino yung nakakuha, hindi nakapagbalik, kung sino yung nawawala. Susi ng every department or every room, ganyan sa company, for example, sa Mega, ganyan, hindi na ibalik yung susi sa may Seymour, sa mga locker, ganyan. So, you need to daily report that every time. That is the key control. So, that's the end of my presentation. So, I hope you understand it and goodbye.